Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, Sherry T, coming to you with your marriage moment tip of the day. Husbands and wives, you are teammates, not opponents. I see this a lot. My husband and I, we see this a lot whenever we are dealing with couples. We see that there is always some type of battle that's going on. They're battling for ground or battling for, to get the upper hand, or battling so that they can get their way, or battling so that, whatever it is that they wanted to happen can take place. But one of the things that we try to get them to see is that you are going to be better when you are working together. You are going to accomplish more when you are working together. In order for you to accomplish the end goal, the two of you are going to have to come together and stop acting like opponents and start acting like teammates. Stop acting like opponents and start acting like teammates. There is an end goal. You should have had an end goal for your marriage. You should have had an end goal for your children. You should have had an end goal for your finances. You should have had an end goal for your career. You should have had an end goal for your life together. And in order for you to get to that end goal, the two of you are going to have to work together as teammates and not work against each other as opponents. I remember when I was in high school, I played basketball, which is a team sport, which means that everybody is depending on each other in order to win. And whenever we would lose a game, if we look back at the tape, or if we just kind of look back at how things went, whenever we were not working together as a team, we lost games, which was pretty much majority of the time. I mean, it ain't like we was all that, but some of us was all that, but not everybody. Okay, but I digress. So whenever we were working together as a team, we won games together as a team. Well, it's the same concept when you are talking about marriage. You're not going to be able to win in certain areas if you don't come together and act as a team. One of the biggest things that we see is when it comes to teaming up with the children. And you can't allow your feelings to get involved whenever it comes down to making decisions that are going to benefit your children. So you have to work together. The two of you cannot be opponents. What is the end result? What is it that we're trying to accomplish here? We want to raise children that are respectful. We want to raise children that are responsible. We want to raise children who know how to treat people. So what are we going to do? What is the end goal? When you see what the end goal is, and the two of you can team together as husband and wife, as mother and father, and make it work. Make it happen. Get to the end goal. What is the end goal for your finances? If your end goal is to have a certain amount of money saved by the end of the year, you can't be battling back and forth with each other because one wants to spend and one wants to save. No, we've got to come together as a team. We may have to have some hard conversations about money, but we have to do what's necessary in order to get to the end goal. Why? Because we are a team. We are not opponents. I am not trying to conquer my husband. He is not trying to conquer me. We're trying to conquer that thing that's trying to stop us from getting to our end goal. That has to be your mindset when you're talking about marriage. When the two of you come together, you've got two people coming together with two different ideas, two different upbringings, two different backgrounds. We're coming together. Now we've got to get rid of all of that stuff that we thought was important to us. And we've got to change our way of thinking so that we can start thinking like a team. You have to start thinking like a team. If you do not think like a team, you are going to continue to be divided. And then what happens when you are divided? That gives the enemy time to come in and conquer. You want to conquer the enemy that's trying to come against your marriage and not have the enemy conquer you. How am I going to have the enemy not conquer me? I'm going to have to team up with my spouse. We're going to have to act as a team. We're going to have to think as a team. We're going to have to speak as a team. We're going to have to pray as a team. Everything that we do is a team. When it comes down to my husband and how we handle business as it pertains to our marriage, as it pertains to our children, they know we're a team. They know that they can't come to me me and ask me one thing and go to their dad and try to get a different answer, because they already know we're synced up. We're a team. You have to make sure that you are operating as a team. You know, if somebody in my family comes to me for something, they already know that me and my husband are a team. We don't make decisions without each other. And the problem is, a lot of you are trying to make decisions without your spouse because you already know what their opinion is going to be or what the decision is going to be. So you go behind their back and then you wonder why there's so much division in your marriage. It's because you are not operating as a team. If you want it to work, you are going to have to stop acting like opponents and start acting like a team. Nobody should be able to come to you and get one answer and get a different answer from your spouse. The two of you should be so synced together that the person knows that if I ask them for something, I'm going to have to turn around and ask their spouse. You have to be linked up. You have to be synced up. You have to be unified. You have to be a team. Your spouse is not your opponent. Your spouse is not your competitor. Your spouse is your teammate. And if you want to get to a place in your marriage where things are flowing and things are going in the direction that you desire for it to go, in order for you to get to your end goal, you are going to have to operate as a team. Listen, I believe in your marriage, but I'm going to need y'all to believe too. God bless.